Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am so excited to share with you is a collaboration. I'm collaborating today with Abby from Rooted in Rest, who does amazing homeschool videos, Charlotte Mason inspired, and she also does these like what we've had for dinner and gives different ideas for children that are maybe more picky eaters. And so I collaborated her today because I knew that you guys have been asking for meal ideas during this, time of uncertainty as to what we're going to find in the grocery stores. So today we're sharing, each of us are sharing three simple, because we're in a homeschool year, right? Three simple meals that you can make. We're also going to be sharing what the cost is per serving. And I don't know what Abby is going to be sharing with you. I have tried really hard to choose recipes that you can easily substitute ingredients for what you can find. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a taco casserole. So in the taco casserole recipe, it is a pound of ground beef that you can easily switch out for cooked lentils, cooked black beans. I think would be really good for this recipe. But any kind of bean really. And I also learned for this recipe that I need to figure out how to cook lentils in the Instapot. I did not do it, like it was a total flop. I tried putting lentils in the Instapot, doing it according to a recipe, and unfortunately like they were dry and burnt. That was really weird. So maybe cook them on the stove. I can't really share you how to do that in the Instapot. I also didn't have a lot of footage for this first recipe. I don't know what happened. Thankfully, I have a little bit of footage that I'm going to make work with this. But like I said, that just has ground beef that you could easily switch out with your lentils, your whatever. I use taco meat, and again, Festive has it at Walmart in the freezer section, so it's frozen, and for us it's like in the middle of the aisle where they have like the baked chicken and hamburgers, like pre-cooked hamburgers, like it's all in this freezer section that goes down the middle of the aisle. I find these rolls, this is the breakfast, the turkey breakfast sausage that I get for my husband. These are $1.50. They're frozen in that thing, but they have also like Italian sausage, and they have just your basic ground turkey, and it's it was $1.50. It's $1.66 now, but that is really the cheapest way to do it. Just get a pound, just get one, make it up, make this casserole. You need some taco seasoning. You're gonna need some cooked elbow macaroni. If you are gluten-free, you can do like a gluten-free macaroni, or we have done this with rice, and it's delicious. You're going to need about an 8-ounce of sour cream or plain yogurt. Sometimes one is available, not the other. Plain yogurt completely works. And this says shredded cheese. This recipe has also a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, and I've never added it. If you can, what's really good is to make this casserole, lightly do your shredded cheese if you want to make it stretch. And then take like some Doritos or some corn chips and like crush it on the top, and it's delicious. So just for the casserole alone, it was $8.50. However, remember I did top it with some lettuce, tomato, and avocado, and I'm going to add that about another $1.50 for my area. I can get a 3-pack of lettuce, and so I can do that. Iceberg lettuce is also pretty cheap if you just want to use that. A tomato and avocado. My avocados right now are 68 cents. In California, the cheapest we could find was about $1.25, so I just added that as a baseline for any additional cost. So even that with your lettuce that I didn't even use a whole one for, and the tomato, I just said let's round this up to about $10 because I added a little bit extra to create the casserole. So we're going to say that this meal cost us about $10. And it gave us 7 for dinner that night. It also gave my husband 2 additional meals to take with him to work, and there was a little bit of second helpings. So let's just say that we got at least 10 plate servings of this. You can also add like some green beans to here, just throwing it in. You can get a 2-pound bag for $1.97 at Walmart, so $12. You make it stretch a little bit further. So your cost per serving is about $1. I hope you really enjoyed this recipe. Tonight for dinner, I just made a 9x13 casserole dish of taco casserole using gluten-free noodles. This is a very simple recipe, and I will leave it linked down below. It's also really good for company. And with it, I'm just going to top it with some lettuce, tomato, avocado. Okay, so let's talk about the second recipe that I want to share with you. That one, again, like I said, was a Mexican lasagna. I was really trying just to branch out, but this is what it was. This is what we're eating, and it did include cheese again. I'm so sorry. I really was trying to expand this to just get a little bit more creative, but it didn't work out. Anyway, this one was Mexican lasagna, like I said, but instead of using meat, I actually cooked up a pound of garbanzo beans. And garbanzo beans was for a pound about $1.26, I believe. So $1.26 as my meat, and cooked it up in my Instapot. It was phenomenal. You'll see that here in a second. And it after that, I rinsed it all out after it was all done, and then I popped it into my skillet with some taco seasoning and just made this recipe as usual. And I will find and link down all these recipes below. For the Mexican lasagna, I did do a video with it. I'm not making this one, but it has the whole recipe there also, so I will leave a link down below for you. But below is this recipe because it's actually my mother-in-law's. So that one, the cost again was about $8, but this one made like a whole 9x13 casserole plus an additional one. So we actually got 14 meals for this, which brings it about to 50 cents a meal. So that was phenomenal. And all of us, hands down, I have never made it with garbanzo beans before, ever. All of us, hands down, we loved it, and I will make it again that way. Third recipe I would like to share with you today is it's a summer favorite. You know, I really don't like the oven on during the summer, but you know, needs must. But this one is a very simple recipe. For this one, I actually used a sourdough bread that I picked up from the store. I just needed some simple bread, and our gluten-free selection was all gone. There was no gluten-free bread in the stores to be found anywhere. So we did some sourdough, and it's so simple. You just take some pesto, put it on. We can get pesto for about $2 a jar here. The sourdough bread was about $3, I believe, so you're up to $5, but I'm not using the whole jar of pesto. I used maybe about half, so we're gonna cut that down to $1. But you take your bread and you spread it with the pesto instead of mayo. And then you take some cheese. I'm using Swiss cheese, and it was $2.50 for 12 slices. So what does that bring us up to? 3, 4, 5, $6.50. Just put that piece of cheese on top of the pesto, and then I at that point just will fry it like that, like you would a grilled cheese. But then once it comes off, then I add a slice of tomato to it and some avocado. The avocado for this recipe was not ripe. I could not find a ripe avocado, and normally I wouldn't have made this recipe that night. I would have just waited until avocado was ripe, but time was running out for me to get this video up for you. So we just did it, and the kids were, as you'll see here in just a second, the kids were completely fine with how that grilled cheese turned out. And that one you can serve with some cut apple. You can do some lettuce on it, some spinach, just simple salad. Again, it's a child favorite, you know, grilled cheese, everybody loves it, but it also works for adults. So the total cost of that dinner was, I'm gonna say $8 to make 7. There was no leftovers just because of how the bread portions are, so it was about $8 to feed us 7, which is a little over $1 per serving. So let's actually add a little bit more to that. Let's add another 50 cents, $1 for the apples I cut up, for the carrots I cut up, and for the cucumbers I cut up, because I just served it with some vegetables. So let's say $9 for 7 to feed 7. So okay, for this next meal that I'm going to make, you're going to need a loaf of bread. You can get one from the a gluten-free selection. This one's actually just a sourdough from my local mart. This was $1.88. Tomato, avocado, pesto, and Swiss cheese is the best, but provolone works too. All of this together was 1, 2, 4, 6 plus 2, which is 8, but you don't need as much of this, maybe half, so about $7 for this meal. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the tomato and cheese sandwiches that was very popular in my day, but all it was tomato, cheese, and lettuce put on a sandwich, and we ate that. This is like a twist because it's a grilled cheese like that. And I had actually never heard of this until about 4 or 5 years ago. I was trying to figure out a way to, you know, use avocados, and mine were just going bad so fast, and I came across this. I was also looking for like meatless meal ideas. I know cheese, just depending where you are, is going to be available or not. You know, check Dollar General would be a place to look at. Even Dollar Tree, I know sometimes they have some of these. So just keep those in mind. Keep thinking outside the box for things like that, because everybody has to, the supply and demand have to meet all of these places. Now, Walmart does tend to get first dibs, but these other places are pretty well stocked so far that I've seen in various areas of my area. Okay, so really just to make this, you don't even need the avocado. You can use lettuce or spinach or something else. Why I like avocado, it has a buttery taste. However, this is the only one that my local store had, and it is not ripe at all. But they are in season right now, and they're pretty inexpensive for an avocado. Also too, sometimes you can get them from like the discount, like misfit boxes. So that would be, you know, other options. Try and see if anybody in your community is using them. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that people throw these away because they just have so many growing on a tree. Especially in California, that was common to hear, just because there was so much. Okay, so all you need to do is just spread some pesto on some bread, add some cheese, and then you are going to grill it like you would a grilled cheese sandwich. And all we're gonna do is just add tomato to that. And again, if you had avocado, I would have added it right here. Like I said, it's not ripe. It's the only one that we can find right now. That's okay. This is going to be just as amazing. Top it with some veggies. And there you go. There you go. Those are the three very simple meals to make, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check Abby's video out. Again, it'll be linked down below. And thank you for watching this video if you are coming from Abby's channel. I am Shalise. I am a homeschool mom of 5 children. We live gluten-free, so all of my recipes I tried really hard to make gluten-free. I would have loved to do it dairy-free, but it just didn't work out this time. But if you would like to click the subscribe button, I will have more videos out as to what we eat and what we're doing to make it budget-friendly during this time. That's my cue. I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching.